something, yeah, book. Yeah. Huh? That's fine. Not this one. Morning thing. Correct. Okay. Hello. Conch. Ready? Is it audible? It's Kunj. This handout, page 2. You open the page number 2. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Any language you take, it calls for right pronunciation. So the right pronunciation is discussed in one of the angas. Anga means Vedangas are there. Jyotish is there, Chandas is there, Nirukta is there, Kalpa is there. Means they all add to our knowledge. One of thing is Shiksha. What is Shiksha? Shiksha is science of pronunciation. Pronunciation of Sanskritam syllables. So Panini is a grammarian. He gives all the different sthanas where they originate or come from. There are 6-7 categories. We don't have so much time. We'll discuss one. Number 1, Akuha Visarjiniyam Kantaha. When you pronounce Akara, all of you know, correct? Sanskritam, Hindi, you have studied Akara. Then Ku. Ku means that is a meta language. Means only those who have studied the Panini grammar, they will understand what is Ku. Otherwise you say, oh, Ku, okay, Ku. Ku means it stands for that class. What is that class? Ka, kha, ga, gha, nya. Okay, one is a and also. Then ka, kha, ga, gha, nya, ha. Then 2 dots, Visarjana, Ramaha. All they originate from Kantaha. They are called gutturals. Gutturals are palatals are there. Some of them they touch the roof of the tongue. All these things are given in the grammar book. You can refer to. It is too late, but you can still do it. Anyway, so that is called Shiksha. Shiksha means what is? Science of, number one is Shiksha is science of pronunciation. Okay. Now after saying science of pronunciation, then you have to explain what that pronunciation science. Then we say it has 6 components. One by one. One is what? Varnaha. Varna means what? All the letters. You know, in English you say A to Z. In Sanskritam you call it Akara to Hakara. For example, A, E, etc. Ka, ka, ga, ga, ya, cha, cha, ta, ta, da, da, na, ha, ya, ra, la, ba, sha. Ha. So it's called Akara to Hakara. All the letters. They're called Varnas, Varnamala. Then the Swaraha. What is Swara? If you see the Shanti mantra, you see some lines under Sa, Abodhana, and at the end on Hai there are 2 lines are there. These lines play a very important role in protecting the meanings of the mantras, because when it was given to us, there were no scriptures available. That's what the explanation is given. So rishis were worried how to protect the meaning. So they came out with the mechanism of protecting the meaning by putting the swaras on each syllable. Usually the change of the meaning word takes place, correct? Word. But here, even if you put the wrong swaras or wrong intonation mark, then you're chanting it wrongly. Bit complicated, but take it easy right now. Okay. Okay. Varna, then swara. So how many swaras are there? There are three swaras are number. Udatta, Anudatta, Swaritaha. What is Udatta? High tone. Om, Sahana, is the Na, you go up. Correct? Without questioning, because you believe the tradition. You say, my teacher is chanting in that style, so let me not ask any question. But what is the answer for this one? This one is Udattaha, high intonation mark. Then Anudatta, it begins with Om, Saha, Sa, you go, it is not Sa, Sa. Okay, that is low intonation mark, high intonation mark. Then the third one is called Swaritaha, Samahara Swaritaha, neither high nor low. It is called Ma Vidvi Shava Hai. You say Hai. You can question, why should it Hai is there? Why should I say Hai? But that is the traditional way of chanting the mantra. Okay, number one is you should be familiar with all the varnas, all the letters, starting from akara, ending with hakara. Then all this and the three swaras, udattaha, anudattaha, swaritaha, varna, swara. Then how many components I told you? 6 components. Out of 6, 2 we have discussed. 2 we have covered so far. Then matra. What is matra? Matra is the duration that you take to pronounce a syllable. So they are divided into 3. Hrasvaha, Dirgaha and Plutaha. Hrasva means 1 matra, Dirgha means 2 matras, Pluta means 3 matras. Matra means what? This is matra, the duration. Ramaha is what? 1 matra. But if you want to address female, Gita is 2 matras. And when you call someone attention, then you elongate it. That's called Plutaha. So in Sanskritam it is very important. It is not Rama, it is Rama. Okay? So Varna, Swara and Matra. Then Balam. What is Balam? You have to articulate all the consonants. For example, Pa. What is next word? Pa, Pa. You have to air it out. Pa is not the Pa. If Pa is the same as the Fa, then you don't need second word Pa. So Ucharanam becomes very important. Pa, Pa, then it's Ba, Bha, Ma. Ma comes from nasal. So that you have to articulate every time. For example, it is not Bhagavan, it is Bhagavan. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagavan means, then there is no meaning for Bhagavan. But you understand that on the common platform, we all have accepted to accept that Bhagavan as the Bhagavan. But the right pronunciation is what? Bha. Bha is Bhagavan. Okay. So, Matra Balam. Balam means you articulate it. You give the proper force to the syllable. Okay. Because Sanskritam is complete language. There is no something in English like some word is silent there. No. That's how Indians have I would not say problem. We have learned to read the way it is, because that is Sanskritam background. But when it goes to other languages, the same rule will not apply. But Sanskritam is whatever is written you can pronounce it. There is no question of this syllable is silent, this syllable is not there. So that question will not be there in Sanskritam. Okay. Matra balam sam. And sama. Sama means what? Sama means unification of the voice. When you chant, this voice has to be one and the same. Then santati means when the long sentences are there, then sometime you have to do sandhis. So you can do sandhis and chant and understand the meaning of it. So these are the 6 components of Vedic chanting. To sum up once again, Varnaha, all of you know the translation, correct? Varna means what? Letters. Varnaha. Swara means what? Intonation marks. What is intonation mark? High, low, middle. Udattaha, anudattaha, saritaha. Then matras. How many matras are there? Tiri. Hrasvaha, dirgaha, plutaha. Hrasva means what? Short. Dirgha means long. Plutaha means elongated. Okay. Varna, swara, matra, balam, sama. So balam means what? Balam means articulation, force. Then sama is unification of the voice. Santati is what? Continuation of the chanting. Continuation means what? You have to do sandhis. Sandhis means what? 2 words come together and some change takes place there. If we have studied sandhi, then we are able to split the words. Otherwise, we'll be looking in the dictionary and you will not get any head and tail of the word meaning. So, when we say santati mean, then once you are able to split the words, then you are able to join also, and you have to chant in one line. It's not like you chant Om Sahana Vavatu, then you suddenly remember I should have a cup of coffee, then I have to attend email, then I have to listen to Swamiji's talk. Suddenly remember Sahana Bhunaktu. After half an hour, no, it is not. It is one unit that has to, once you start one mantra, you have to complete it. So this is the general meaning of what you call Shiksha. First you remember, Shiksha means what? Science of pronunciation. What is science of pronunciation? Science of pronunciation has 6 components. What are the 6 components? Varana, Swara, Matra, Balam, Sama, Santana. Okay, this is one part. And the second part is, you should not sing mantra. But we all sing Om Bhur Bhuva Suva Tatsu Vitruvarinyam. You cannot sing mantra, but people sing. Then you should not chant mantra in rush. Sometime, go to the temple, what pujari is chanting, you don't know. But you give a benefit of doubt that he knows his job, perhaps he is doing proper job. So you leave it at that point. Okay. Giti Shigri. Then Shirakapaha. Shirakapi means when you chant mantras, all the swaras, when you chant, naturally our head goes up and down to recognize the swaras. That is what everybody will have that habit in the beginning. But there's nothing wrong. But when you learn it properly, you have to make sure that the swara is the part of the syllable. It is not separated. Om Sahana Bhavatu. This is the right way of telling. But when you don't know the Om Sahana Bhavatu, nothing wrong if you nod your head up and down, but that has to slowly go away. Then Alpakantaha. Alpakanta means a very feeble voice. If you have feeble voice, you have to work upon it and make it all right. Feeble means kind of thing. We are not making fun the people who are having that, but you have to work on it. That's all it is, people wise. So these are few things added to the main discussion of uh, Shiksha. Okay. So keeping that in view, we'll try to learn the mantras. Few mantras are given here. When you chant mantra, you have to remember all this. Varna, Swara, Matra, Balam, Sama, Santana. There is no calculation, mathematical calculation here. Okay, take this mantra. So few scholars got together and say that, okay, here it will be down tonation, it will be up intonation. No. It is already given to us. The way it is, we have to chant it. So suppose that the mathematical calculation is given to us. Person who is intelligent, he would remember, okay, first it starts, it goes down, then second one it goes up, then third one in the middle. So it's not like that. You have to hear from the teacher and you have to repeat after him. That's the way the tradition is even maintained today to learn the mantras. Okay, keeping this brief discussion in view, let us try to apply that in learning couple of mantras. When you learn mantras, you have to apply all this, but when you chant shlokas, there are no swaras there because it is shlokas are composed by human beings and mantras are composed by the rishis. They are all revelation and they have intonation marks. Shloka, like Bhagavad Gita shloka, any shloka will not have intonation mark, but they will have other five ingredients, that is Varna, Matra, Balam, Sama, all that will be there. Only one components of swaras will not be there when you chant shloka. Okay. Now let us try to learn couple of mantras applying the theory of Shiksha, science of pronunciation, in these two mantras. Now you see, this is the first mantra, and also you should know the meaning of the mantra what you are chanting. Okay. Anarthadnyaha. Anarthadnya means what? One who doesn't know the meaning of what he chants. And also, traditionally, Likita Patakaha. Likita Pataka means using the handout. You have to keep the handout and learn. Anyway, including the teacher, that's not possible. So, we will see the handout and learn. Okay. Now, you see the first mantra. Under the sa, there is a line that is called Anudatta, the Shanti mantra. Okay. Then above the na, there is one line. What it indicates? It indicates you to go up. What it indicates the line down? Go down. That is the rule, follows all the way with second mantra, third mantra, fourth mantra, and at the end, it ends with high. On high, there are two. Ma vidvishavahai. There are, it is swaritaha. Udattaha. Udatta means what? High tone. Anudatta means low tone. Swaritaha means middle tone. You remember. Okay. So, assuming that you remember all that, now try to apply in this mantra now. It's not that all the time all the three will come together, only one will be there. Each syllable, so it is, suppose all the three are given, which is practically impossible. So only one swaras, either it will be Anudatta, it will be Udattaha, or it will be Swarata. And what doesn't have a swaras, it's called Ekashruti, or simple, you can call it. Okay? Right. Now I'll chant for you. Listen to me and repeat after me. Okay? Om Sahana Bhavatu. Now you got it, no? Om Sahana Bhavatu. So the word is Saha Now Avatu. Now Avatu has no meaning. When you study Sanskrit, then you look, what is this? Now means two of us. Aham Shabda is not, Aham means I. Aham means what? I. Avam means we too. Aham, avam, vayam. So, aham means when I, we too. But there are in Sanskritam some of the words are having two rupas. It means two forms. That now means what? Not nine. Now means two of us. Okay. Now avatu becomes what? Navavatu. But what is the word? That's called sandhi. What is sandhi there? Now means two of us. Avatu. Avatu means what? Rakshatu. O Parameshwara, O Lord, please protect both of us. Into the bracket. Who are both of us? Teacher, students, or teachers or students. So that way you have to understand. Then the second word, no sandhi there. Sahanao bhunaktu. Now you have to go up. So also you have to go down like first, and now you have to go up. Sahanao bhunaktu. And third one, Saha Viryam Karavavaghai. Now here the word is little bit complicated. So first you have to understand the word. What are the words are there? Tejasvinau Adhitam Astu are the three words. Tejasvinam Adhitam Astu. Adhitam means this whatever we study, adhitam, tejasvi, let it be brilliant. Whatever we have learned, that should be brilliant. That should be remembered all the time. So the word is now tejasvi navadhitamastu is there. But how would you split it? Tejasvi now. You can see here, bhunaktu, then the next if you say in the karavavahe, tejasvi, tejasvi, now adhitam astu. Then you have to put, because you cannot keep those words separately. That is sandhi rule. And what happens? Tejasvi navadhitam astu. If you just read it, then no problem. But you have to apply swaras now. How would you apply swaras? Tejasvi navadhitamastu. Is that correct? Tejasvi navadhitamastu. Then ma vidvishavaya. Okay. Come back and let us try to learn the third mantra, that is Sahaviryam Karavavahe, one more time. Then we'll go to the next mantra. Saha Viryam Karavavaghai. So Viryam, you should not think what should I do here. You should, with confidence, what you have to do. Saha Viryam Karavavaghai. Then this word always, I already told you, it is a combination of 2-3 words, but we have to, when you chant, it has to be combined together and chant. Tejasvi navadhitamastu. Ma vidvishavahai. Ma vidvishavahai. Hai. Hai is already there, remember. Hai. Huh? Ma vidvishavahai. Correct. So, assumed that you have understood the theory applied here. We'll now chant together, okay? Om Sahana bhavatu Sahanau bhunaktu Sahaviryam karavavagai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishabhai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. There also you have to remember there are two dots followed by sh word. Sh here usually when you learn Sanskritam they say Shankarsha, Shatkonsha to understand what Shank because sh both are there. So here two dots followed by sh, you have to quietly add one more sh there. It is first Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Otherwise it is Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. But when you combine two Shantis together, you have to add one more Shanti. How it would be pronounced? Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Is that clear? Okay. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Good. So this is the mantra. I assume that you learnt it. Then we'll go to the next. The next mantra, I told you, there is no mathematical calculation. Here first it was Anudatta, then Udatta, then the same theory continues more or less. But at the end, there was a Swaritaha. But when you learn this mantra, Purnamada, it Shukla Yajurveda Shanti Mantra, like yesterday Swaminiji was indicating or explaining the importance of the Shanti Mantra. So in this Shanti Mantra, there is no Udatta, there is no Swaritaha. It's all the way down, like Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadagya Purnamevavashishyate. And if you see Shanti, you have to alert. All Shantis are what? Anudatta is under Ta. Correct? Anudatta means going down under Ta. But when you come across this Shanti, the down is under Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So why it is so? My usual joke is I will give you Rishi's number, call them up and find out. Why it is so? It is tradition. That's how it is chanted. So you remember only this mantra. Rest of the mantras are all only one. The Anudatta is not under Ta, under Sha. Okay. Let us try to learn the mantra now. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. clear, no? First one is how? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. But when you come to Purnamada, you have to alert yourself. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hope you remember, huh? You will. Otherwise, teacher will remember, don't worry. So next, Guru Vandanam. Now, you are out of highway now. You are on service road because there are no swaras. So it is easy. Okay. Guru Vandanam. What is Guru Vandanam? Guru Vandanam is our salutations to Guru or Gurus. That is one meaning. Who is Guru? Now the Guru word, lot of Sanskritam words are becoming popular in Western culture. Love Guru, Karma, Karmic theory. Okay. But how our tradition explains the word Guru? It's a very short word, Guru. What is Guru? Guru has two syllables. Gukaro andhakarasya. It is etymological meaning. One, the immediate meaning of the Guru means what? Teacher. Teacher means what? One who helps us to remove the ignorance of anything. But when it comes to the spirituality, he removes the spiritual ignorance about myself. Okay. But the explanation of Guru is Gukara. Gu. Gu means what? Gu syllable. Andhakara. Andhakara means absence of light is called Andhakara. There is no light at all. Gukara. So, means when it is completely dark, correct? Ukara. That stands for only darkness. Means you don't know about yourself. Ukaro andhakarasya. Rukara tat nivartaka or tan nivartaka. What Ru stands for one? The one who removes the darkness, brings light. With what? With the words. Okay. Gururit-abhidiyate. So he is called Guru. Guru is what? One who removes the darkness, or one who removes the darkness is compared with ignorance. The one who removes the ignorance with the knowledge, he is called Guru. Ukara tannivartaka Guruhu iti abhidiyate. He is called Guru. Okay. So here, what is Guru? We have a parampara or a tradition. Some people don't believe tradition. They say that why should we believe tradition? Because believing tradition is like having frozen thoughts. Somebody comes from this way. Some opinions are there. Anyway, let us keep that aside. Here when we say Guru Parampara means you salute or you offer your obeisance to the teachers who have helped you to understand this knowledge. That starts from Narayanam or Sadashiva. Narayanam, Padmabhavam, Vasishtam, Shakti, Tatputra Parasharancha, Vyasam, Shukam, Gaudapadam, Mahantam, Govinda, Yoginda, etc. Okay? I will not bore you. So, that is called Parampara. What is Parampara? Parampara means lineage of teachers who really helped us to understand this Atma Jnanam. So this goes back to who is the first teacher? Adi Guru is what? Sri Dakshinamurti. So Dakshinamurti portrayed as the Adi Guru. Who was there before Dakshinamurti? No one was there. He is the Adi Guru. So people ask question, what was there before ignorance? They will ask question, but before ignorance nothing, knowledge was there. Anyway, so when we say Adi Guru, it stops there. He is the Adi Guru. Okay. So that Guru Parampara, in company he was what do you call A company who has established, you remember all of them. So and so started the company, and so did this, so and so did this, so and so. Instead of, you don't say you are doing pranams to them, but you are remembering them, correct? But in tradition, you offer your pranams. Same thing. Okay. Right here, in our tradition means when you study Vedanta Shastra, Adi Shankaracharya ji is considered as the shining link. There are many gurus before Adi Shankaracharya. So it says, the first, Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram. What is Shankaram Lokashankaram? See the translation that will brighten up the shloka. I salute Adi Shankaracharya. Why we say Adi Shankaracharya? Because there are many Shankaracharya later. To identify the right person, we say Adi Shankaracharya, who wrote Bhashyam or commentary on all the Upanishads, Brahma Sutra and Gita. Okay? Right. So I salute Adi Shankaracharya. What are the other things to be known in that context? The abode of Shruti. Shruti means Veda. Why it is Shruti? Shru means what? Hearing is called Shru. Swamini was morning narrating it. Atma vare drishtavyaha shrotavyaha mantavyaha nididhyasitavyaha. When you come to know, oh, Atma is the only one thing to be known, then what should I do? Oh, I can go for holidays. No. You have to listen to the Atma. Shrotavyaha. Then, okay, I heard. I'm going to Gurukulam for a number of years. I have heard. Is everything clear to you? Kind of. No, means mantavyaha. Mantavya means you have to reflect upon. Yeah, I have reflected upon. I don't think I have any doubts. But are you able to make it way of life? Can you walk the talk? I will try. That's called nididhyasanam. First what? Atma vare. The one who wants to see the Atma. Here seeing is what? Understanding. You know, in our daily language we would say, do you see what I say? There is no seeing there. It means understanding. With understanding. So if you want to know the Atma, then what is the next program? What is the next process? The next process are given to you. Shrotavyaha, mantavyaha, nididhyasitava. Nididhyasa means what? Being in what you have learned. You don't see gap between the Upanishadic message and your life. Atma says, what is Atma? What is Atma? Atma is not disturbed. So when disturbance happens in the mind, you are able to see that it is not the characteristic of the Atma. I am undisturbed. So that is called walk the talk. So that is called nididhyasanam. Okay. Anyway, so that where does it come from? It comes from the Shruti. Shruti Vakya. That's called Vedas. So Shruti, in other word, called Veda. Vid means to know. Vid is the knowledge. Okay. Shruti, Smriti. Then abode of the Shruti Veda. Then Smriti. What is Smriti? Gita. And Puranas. All the Ashta Puranas, 18 Puranas are there. The repository of compassion, who gives happiness to the world and who is revered. So that is the meaning of the first shloka. I will chant for you. It is where no swaras there. You can repeat after me. Shruti Smriti Puranana Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram. Now the Shankaracharya and his teacher, you can read the meaning. The next one is, I salute again and again the great teacher Adi Shankaracharya, who is Lord Shiva, and Badarayana, who is Lord Vishnu, the venerable ones who wrote the Bhashya and the Brahma Sutras respectively. Means what? Bhashyas were written by Adi Shankaracharya. Brahma Sutra was written by Vyasa Maharshi. Vyasa, he edited the whole literature and put everything in order. We are able to find the mantras in one place. We are able to find the whole structure. That was Vyasa Maharshi. So both we are saluting. Okay. So we'll chant that one. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. So here the Sutra. What is Sutra? Sutra means a cryptical way of expressing things is called Sutra. So it has to be very short. It has to be meaningful. It has to have different facet. That fulfills the definition of the sutras. So we have Narada Bhakti Sutras, and Vyasa Maharshi, Bhagavan Vyasa Maharshi wrote 500 more sutras on Brahma Sutra. Brahma Suchakani means they discuss about the Brahman. So that's what he wrote. What did Adi Shankaracharya do? Adi Shankaracharya wrote Bhashyam. Bhashyam means what? Commentary. When you read the mantra, you will not understand the implication of the mantra. You will understand few things. Like Puja Swami used to say, when you read something, some literature, English literature you are not familiar with, what you will understand but, if, and not. Other than that, we don't understand anything. Similarly, even though you have studied the Sanskritam, but when you see the mantra, it will not throw any light that it's supposed to. Then you need someone with the explanation. So what did Bhashyakara do? So the word Adi Shankaracharya is replaced by the word Bhashyakara. Bhashya means what? The common language. In those days, the common language is Sanskritam. The common language, what was the Sanskritam? So he wrote a commentary in Sanskritam. So he take each mantra, each word, and supply the known word to us. That is one part of it. The second part of it is taking the questions of one's own question that comes into your mind, and taking questions of other schools of philosophy and addressing both of them. That's called Purvapaksha and Siddhantaha. Purvapaksha means what? Suppose say Atma is limitless. So 5 people raise the question, sir, you are absolutely wrong. Please explain it. We can't just gulp the sentence that you have been telling. So then he explains by step. So it has a subject matter, Vishayo Vishayashchaiva. So all the subject matter is there. Then he explains at the end. It's not that he is defeating him, he is showing fallacy in his thinking. Then the Siddhanta is given. That is the teaching. That is the Vedantic style of studying. That's what now. Even you don't study, teacher will study for you and give it to you in spoon feeding. Okay? Right. So coming back, Sutra and Bhashya. That is the meaning of the Sutra and Bhashya. So we'll learn the third one and conclude the class because you have 5 o'clock class. Here because we are not familiar with the shloka, best thing is to what? We are all familiar in thinking some English first, correct? So let us read the meaning. What is the meaning? Even though that is not the right way, but what to do? This is the right way, as long as it makes us to understand the shloka. Okay. The third shloka, the final one in this booklet, it says, salutations to Lord Dakshinamurti. Who is Dakshinamurti? who is all pervasive like space, but who appears as though divided as the Lord, the teacher and the self. So this is like what you call Mahavakya. Means what? Space is one. Space is one is the final understanding. There is no change there. Because of my ignorance, what I think, I divide. In that limitless space, I manage to divide. What I manage to divide? With help of our beautiful ignorance, we welcome ignorance. And once you welcome the ignorance, it takes you. It says, okay, now you are in my hands. So start dividing it. Ishvara, Guru, Atma. Whereas there is no Bheda, there is no division at all. But ignorance quietly comes and manages you to say all these things. So what is the purport of this sloka? The purport of this sloka is the space, how the space is, cannot be made any division. Similarly, the no division in the Atma is the purport of that. So we'll learn that sloka and conclude the class. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murtibheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Dehaya Dakshina Murtage Namaha. Good. So this is what we learn. And this is Shanti Mantra. I will chant for you. You can listen to me, then we'll conclude the class. This doesn't have this Upanishad belong to Samaveda. Samaveda has matras. There are no swaras there. That's how no swaras are mentioned here. Om apyayantu mamangani vak pranaschakshushrotramatho balamindriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahma upanishadam maham brahma nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarot Anirakaranamastva Nirakaranam Me Astu Tadatmani Nirateya Upanishatsu Dharmaste Magi Santu Te Magi Santu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This is the Shanti Mantra, begins with before the Upanishad. All the Shanti Mantras, as Swaminiji was telling, they are so important. Sometimes they also indicate the Tattvam, hidden Tattvam in the Shanti Mantra itself. When Shanti Mantra itself can give you the Tattva, then what to talk of the Upanishad? You are all studying it. Continue.